Yeah, it's
Christmas
time. Yeah, if I control
life,
I would want
Rocket League, and for Vapour to come back.
Is this what you wanted?
You know who I would have asked for?
Quit horsing around!
Alrighty, chat. I'm back. Vapour is back with the 2v2 Christmas edition. This is the grand final. Vapour Esports taking on Just Score Forehead. Of course, Vapour Esports being Baileymate and Mr. Dino. Just Score Forehead being comprised of Zen and Decker. Now, I just want to give a quick update to the chat. A tweet is being made as well, I believe, on the Vapour Esports Twitter, if you want to go check it out. But both Baileymate and Mr. Dino have said that should they win the grand final, they'll be donating all of their winnings, which will be, I believe, 70% of the prize pool to charity. So, yeah, speaking of which, the prize split is 70% for first place, 30% for second place. Of course, if you do want to donate to the prize pool, it's somewhere in chat. I believe if you type ! Matcherino, the link should pop up. Otherwise, someone else might be able to throw it in chat for you. Of course, it is very close to Christmas, so I do not blame any of you if you are unable to donate. It is perfectly fine. Just going to refresh the Matcherino page, see if there's any other shout-outs to give. But no. So, of course, if you weren't here earlier on, the two donation shout-outs we gave were Night Monk for donating $10 and the Lols, who donated 50 cents and said go sub to him on YouTube. So he gave himself a 50-cent shout-out there. And, of course, Bence, at the very beginning, he put in $29 himself. So I believe we are just waiting for Zen and Decker to be given the match details and jump into the lobby here. And we'll get the game underway as soon as we can. Alrighty. Anyway, how's everyone doing in chat? Well, Pooh the Cool Bear just asked, are these going to occur more? I believe so. I believe Vapour are looking to get back into hosting tournaments way more often in 2019. Hopefully, this was sort of like a little return for themselves, just to end 2019 with a nice little 2v2 tournament, just to get back into the swing of things. But yeah, hopefully Vapour are going to be hosting more tournaments, moving into the new year. And of course, if you're looking for other weekly tournaments to participate in, Nordic Gaming, they run their weeklies and also monthlies on top of that as well. I believe they're starting to get more into, I'm trying to remember the name of their league, Asgard Ladder or something like that. I'm not too sure. But yeah, I'm sure somewhere you would be able to find the Nordic Gaming Discord. We do have Decker and Zen, it looks like. They've joined the lobby now. So any second, chat, these players will be given the word to jump into the lobby, and we'll get underway with Game 1 of the Grand Final. Remember, it is this tournament was best of threes all the way through. So even the Grand Final, I've been told, is a best of three. Unless I get corrected right at the end here. But I am pretty sure that it is going to be a best of three. So just a quick tournament, bit of a shorter tournament. Doofus Viper saying no. Okay, well, just no. Thanks, Viper. Care to elaborate? Alrighty, kickoff is underway. Zen and Mr. Dino bump into each other, and that allows Bailey Mate to get the free clearance out, and Mr. Dino down the left side of the field. Get this one cleared across. Of course, once again, I will give another shout out to Zen, who is streaming this tournament from his perspective. If you would like to go have a quick look at the player's perspective, or bring up both streams at once and alternate between them, feel free to do so. I believe he's the only player streaming this tournament in the grand final. Bailey Mate, not going to find anything there. It'll be Zen. Going to bring this one out of the defensive half. Mr. Dino has kept up with it nicely. He's won the challenge. And 3 touches onto the sidewall, and then a touch over the top allows Decker to just get a free clearance downfield. Not quite sure what the point of that was from Mr. Dino. Zen will take the shot to the top left, cleared out by Mr. Dino. I think that might have been on target. It's difficult to tell from the angle. Decker, he'll pick up the goal though. Let's take a look at Mr. Dino's perspective. So out of the corner, he was just really slow to get back to net. I'm not sure exactly what happened for him there. Alrighty, but there we go. First goal going to Just Score forehead. Bailey Mate onto the sidewall. He's found a nice bounce underneath. The pinch has not gone to the right side, it's gone to the left and very high up. It'll be Decker now over the top. That's wide of far post. Bailey Mate, he'll send it wide of near post. And Mr. Dino off the backboard, cleared out by Zen. Bailey Mate, nicely played out of the corner. Zen will be up before Mr. Dino to get the clearance and stop him from taking that shot. Bit of a backflip. 2 backflips from Zen. 3 backflips from Zen. Can't even say backflips properly anymore. I think he was trying to force Bailey Mate into making a decision and try and challenge him. But, you can't even see it in the replay there. Well, what even happened there? I believe that was Bailey Mate bumping Zen into the ball and end up being a pass out to Decker, who picks up goal number 2. I believe that's both goals for him. Yes, indeed it is. 3 minutes remaining, 2 goals down now, Vapour Esports. And Doofus Viper has still not elaborated on his simple no in chat. Mr. Dino. Good dribble control, nice shot over the top, but Decker, quick to defend, gets there just on the line to save it at the last second. Bailey Mate. Oh, Mr. Dino's backed off and get ready for defense as the clearance from Zen went to Decker. But now Mr. Dino. Plenty of boost as well off the back of this. Almost. But, Decker was quick enough to get there in the end. Bumps Bailey Mate out of the way, and Zen will have a free ball now. Transitions nicely into the aerial dribble. Bumped out of the way by Mr. Dino. Good connection on him. And Bailey Mate now. A little bit of a pinch off the sidewall. Keeping up with it nicely. Off the ceiling. Almost bumps Zen on his way down and then just sort of chases Decker out of the way. But Zen has already got the ball downfield. Mr. Dino. Good transition out of defense. There's a free challenge for him to make. Now Decker. Bumped out of the way by Bailey Mate. Leaves it for Mr. Dino. Good pickup. Transition into the aerial dribble. And blocked out by Decker. It has got full boost. It'll be Zen now. Slight slow tap into the corner. Playing the defensive game right now. I don't need to worry too much. Still 2-0 up. With less than 1:30 remaining. For Just Score forehead. Zen. It's a good pass from Decker. He's leaving it for Decker in the end. It floats down and okay. Not quite sure if that was intentional or what happened there. I think Zen may have called Decker off it as Decker jumped or something. Whatever they were trying, it did not work out quite clearly. Zen, slow ball underneath Bailey Mate, but Mr. Dino is behind. Always had time to be able to get there and for the save. Bailey Mate, what a powerful shot. Into the top left, no one up to challenge him. And Mr. Dino's pass off the sidewall into the ceiling and then just perfectly judged by Bailey Mate. What a shot. 127 kilometers per hour buries it into the top left corner. 53 seconds remaining. 1 goal deficit now for the team of Vapour Esports, and kickoff goal. And legends are born, apparently. Okay, 50 seconds remaining. 2 goal deficit for Vapour Esports off the back of that. Just score forehead. Well, that probably was a bit of a forehead goal. Dino gets it onto the backboard, stole the back right boost, but now it'll be Decker. Ooh, bumped, but well recovered. He'll manage to get a pass, maybe a shot off the ceiling. No, he is just going to leave it. Rotate out, maybe a boost do on the opposite side. Bailey, mate. That's gone right to Decker. Tries to set it up for Zen, but Mr. Dino, he's bumped Decker out of the way as well. Zen. 1, 2, 3. Not quite. Bailey, mate. Able to get the save. Zen definitely going for some interesting stuff, given the fact that they're up 2 goals. Pretty comfortable lead for them. And with the dying seconds, Zen does get a save. And now it's the Decker dribble. And not quite with the flick there. Bit heavy-handed over the top, but it does not matter. GGs are called, and game 1 of this best of 3 grand final goes to Just Score Forehead. And Vapour Esports, 2 games back-to-back. Possible. Certainly possible. But it does look like Just Score Forehead. I don't know. Both teams seem pretty comfortable with each other. It just seems a little bit more smooth for Just Score Forehead. A little bit more pressure onto Vapour Esports. Vapour Esports have been having a much tougher time in offense. Defense has been going decently well for them, but yeah. Just the offense that seems to be a problem for Vapour Esports. The brief look at it. Mr. Dino breaking down Zen's air dribble. And Bailey, mate, ignoring that midfield boost, just wants to go straight for the shot. Zen's in net. Notices that he's in net, so makes it off the backboard in hopes that maybe Mr. Dino would have been able to get a recovery. But of course, off the back of that, Zen just got to take it all the way down the field. Decker forced Mr. Dino to make a move, and that sets Zen up for a nice flick into the top left corner. Very well played for Zen and Decker there. They pick up the first goal of game number 2. The kickoff, well, that's going to go straight to Zen. Bailey, mate, doesn't quite find a touch on the ball at all there, and Zen has won the 50-50 up against Mr. Dino as well. Off the sidewall, off the ceiling, he has that extra jump to use, does connect. And it's gone straight down to Bailey, mate, for the chip and clear out. Decker. Zen now. Mr. Dino rotating around, biding his time. They may have given Zen too much time here. Never mind. Didn't have that second flip to use, I guess. Decker. Bailey, mate, with the half flip back into defense. Will beat Zen to it. Finds it comfortably off the curb, and then Mr. Dino with the clearance out of the half. This will give Vapour Esports time to get sorted with boost and then get aggressive, although I think that was a little over-ambitious there from Bailey, mate, as Zen now has the carry down to Decker for the bottom left corner. And 2-0 for Just Score Forehead. Well, 3 minutes 43 remaining on the clock. Vapour Esports once again find themselves needing 2 goals back-to-back. And not a kickoff goal. Mr. Dino will be there in time. However, Decker off the back of that. Bailey, mate, had to reach for it. It's just a little bit off. And that one does end up going through into the back of the net. So now 3-0 with 3 minutes 35 remaining. The lead is just being mounted here by Just Score Forehead. And they could be starting to run away with it unless Vapour Esports get a really quick turnaround right now. Mr. Dino, it's gone straight to Decker. Big chip out of the half. Bailey, mate, good back pass to Mr. Dino. Excuse me. And he's just hit that into the corner and left it. They need to bide their time. That shot, very weak. And it's been powerful enough to the near post. Maybe Zen wouldn't have been able to reach it in time. Hard to say. Zen was in a pretty good position on the far post to be able to reach it. Mr. Dino out of defense. Doesn't connect, and Zen 1v1 up against Bailey Mate. Bailey Mate does get the touch. Mr. Dino, the shot to Decker for the save. Now Decker with the clearance downfield. Mr. Dino has plenty of time here. The save, full boost, no one challenging him. Mind you, I don't think Zen needed to challenge him, although they've got the demo on Decker now. Bailey Mate, the chip up, bounces out of the corner nicely for Mr. Dino, but Decker's already in the air, so he can't challenge off the back of that one. It is getting tough right now for Vapour Esports. Decker. Well played by Mr. Dino in the corner, but it's gone right to Zen now. And he doesn't connect. Decker could have come through there, but you need to play a little bit safe just in case Mr. Dino does get the clearance over the back of him, and would have given Vapour Esports a free open net to shoot on. And there's still, at that point, there was still a little over 2 minutes left, so you don't want to give these guys anything on the field, which they have. Mr. Dino has found a nice goal over the top of, I believe it was Zen in net. Double check here. No, it was Decker. Decker in net. So well played there to Mr. Dino. It gives Vapour Esports something on the board. 2-goal deficit right now to try and bring back with 1:43 remaining. Bailey Mate towards the backboard. Mr. Dino at the 50 up against himself, and Decker goes up in the ceiling. Zen back to the ceiling looking for Decker. Decker doesn't quite get in the back. It was so close. Alright. Zen now with the demo onto Mr. Dino. He has respawned on that corner. That's a little bit awkward, but we'll see what happens. Decker saved out by Bailey Mate. It was a good touch for the top right corner there. Mr. Dino to Bailey Mate. Ooh, close. It was left post. Decker was there to defend as well. Bailey Mate now looking for Mr. Dino. He is there for top left. The chip does not go there. It's still an open net, and Mr. Dino will wrap around in time to finish off his own shot, reducing it to just a 1-goal deficit with 49 seconds left. That was a great attack from Vapour Esports. A little bit more lax in defense, it seems, for just score 4 head, but Vapour Esports, they definitely worked for that goal. And we'll see what happens. 49 seconds to try and bring this back to a tied game and perhaps go to the overtime. Or we'll just score 4 head. No, they will not. It is 3 apiece now. Was going to say we'll just score 4 head, take back the 2-goal lead, but no, Vapour Esports, they tie it up. And this is quick goals, quick succession back-to-back here for Vapour Esports. This is very, very good news for them. Kickoff number 7. Bailey Mate, he's popped it towards the just score 4 head net. Zen to Decker, wider far post. Decker will get a boost steal. Bailey Mate, Zen, chip over the top of Bailey Mate, and now just Mr. Dino to beat. Picks up the ball, floats back down with it, bumps Mr. Dino out of the way. Decker has time up against Bailey Mate, makes him come to Decker. And it worked out for Mr. Bailey Mate there. He had a good enough defensive tackle to stop Decker from being able to recover for a shot. Zen, playing the 50-50 game, gets a boost steal off the sidewall, looking for the pass to Decker. Decker is there, and it is going to be the 0-second goal to win the series. Good play here from Zen, the boost steal away from Mr. Dino, and then Mr. Dino looked like he had no boost. What a play from Zen. Absolutely crucial that he ended up getting that boost steal and denying Mr. Dino, and that pass to Decker right at the end. I mean, you know, it wasn't 0 seconds for very long, but it was still a 0-second goal to win the series. Nicely played to Zen and Decker. GG's.